Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't posted in about a week because I was on a trip, but now I am back and we're going to do a house prediction in today's video. It's been quite a little while, maybe around 2 months since I did my last house prediction, but we're going to do one today. We're going to update it a little bit. Please like, subscribe, and comment and share this video with a friend. And without further ado, let's first start with the national vote, the generic congressional vote in 2024. And right now it's like basically tied. Democrats had actually taken the lead from Republicans, back in late April, but Republicans have come back up and now they lead by 0.1. So it's practically tied. And we can see here it's very back and forth. So this will definitely tells us that, this election's House races, the House makeup is going to be very close. Currently, the consensus map does have it at 210 Republican, 202 Democrat, and 23 toss-ups. So we're going to go through the closest races that they have down here, the most competitive races, and we're going to give my prediction on it. So, Alaska at large, Mary Peltola, I think she is going to win again by a lean margin as they have it here. Alabama second is going to be redistricted right here, so it will favor Democrats and it will be a flip, and I do agree that Democrats will win this. Arizona's first, held by a Republican. This is a district that's becoming more and more liberal over the years. I do still think he'll hold on by a lean amount this time around. Same thing in Arizona's 6th. Now we're going to go to the important seats in California. We have quite a few over here. We're going to have the 13th, the 22nd, the 27th, the 41st, the 45th, and the 47th. In the 13th, I do think that John Duarte will narrowly hold on. Same thing with Valadeo. I do think he'll hold on. And Mike Garcia being the electoral juggernaut he is, he already had won a few previous elections, and I think he will hold on once again. I think Michelle Steele will also hold on, and I think Katie Porter's district will stay narrowly in her column, even though she's not going to be the one running in the district, because she did try to run for Senate. She did lose in the primary, however, so that will be that. We're going to scroll down and see in Colorado's 8th. I do think Caraveo will hold on by a lean amount. If we scroll down, Connecticut's 5th, I think will stay blue. Iowa's 3rd, same thing. And Illinois, the 17th will stay blue in my opinion. Indiana's 1st will stay blue. Louisiana's 6th will stay blue. Now, Jared Golden, this is definitely one up for question in Maine 2nd up here, whether he can hold on again or whether he'll finally, lose. But I think since he's pretty popular, and Trump will win this by a lot more this time around, but I'm still going to keep it in his column very narrowly. In Alyssa Slotkin's seat, she's running for U.S. Senate, so her seat is not up. I do think this one will flip red. But I do think Dan Kildee will keep his seat. John James, I think, will hold his seat. Same thing with Angie Craig. Ryan Zinke as well. Don Davis in North Carolina's 1st. This one is definitely up for question because it is getting redistricted to be more Republican. And Republicans are going to gain a lot of seats in North Carolina. They're gaining, I think, around 2-3-ish. But for now, I think I'm going to keep this in Don Davis's column by a lean amount. These seats right here, these are all flips for Republicans, the 3 that we talked about in North Carolina. And then we get to Don Bacon in Nebraska 2nd. I think this district will vote blue, and I think he will go down by a narrow amount. I do think Chris Pappas will hold on to his seat. In New Jersey's 7th, this will be a very tight race in which I do think that Tom Keene will hold on. I think Vasquez in New Mexico 2nd over here will also hold on by a little bit, by a narrow amount. In Nevada, we're going to have a very close race in Susie Lee. Although I do think Trump will improve on this margin on the presidential level, I still think she'll hold on by a lean amount. And now we get to a lot of important seats in New York. I think in New York's 4th, Anthony D'Esposito will go down. I mean, he won in a state where Biden won in the same district by 14.5%. It's going to be very, very hard for him to, overcome that. Same thing in New York's 17th. However, this one will be very, very close. I do think, however, in the 19th that, Mark Molinaro will hold on. And then in Brandon Williams seat, I do think it will flip blue by a narrow amount. In Ohio's 9th and 13th. Now, in Ohio's 13th, I do think that Sykes will hold on. But I think in Ohio's 9th, this will flip to the Republicans, especially in a district that is going to continue moving right. This district is located right over here in an area that is moving right. Every area in Ohio, almost every area except maybe the 1st and the 3rd are moving to the right. And I do think, this district will flip to the Republicans. Now, in Oregon's 5th, right over here, I do think that this district will flip narrowly blue. I think that Chavez de Romero will lose her seat by a narrow amount. In Pennsylvania's 7th, I think that Susan Wild will narrowly hold on, but I think Matt Cartwright will lose his seat. Scott Perry will hold his seat, and in this other Pennsylvania seat, DeLuzio will hold. In Texas, we're not going to really see too much go on. I think that both these seats over here will stay blue. In Virginia, I do think that Jen Kiggins will win again to her 2nd term. Same thing. Well, actually, over here, she's retiring, so it's going to be a different candidate and still in a district that Biden is going to win, I think. So she'll keep that seat. Go to Washington's 3rd. I think this will flip to Republicans, and then I think Van Orden will also hold this seat. So in this prediction right here, we have 221 for Republicans, 214 for Democrats. Extremely, extremely close race. And so this is what it would look like with this prediction. We're going to have Democrats flipping a few seats up here, a couple, one here, and Republicans will take back a couple more to cancel those out in North Carolina. I think they'll hold right now a lot of their seats in California, except this one, the 13th, is definitely up for question. I can see the 13th flipping Democrat, but for now, I'm not going to put it Democrat. Over here in Don Bacon's seat, I see him losing, and then down over here in Boebert's seat, she is not going to be running in this seat. However, I do think this seat will stay Republican. Up in the north, we can see that Golden will hold his seat. And in Pennsylvania, we can see that Cartwright will lose his seat. Susan Wild is really up for question. I could see her losing, but I still, since this is so close, the generic vote, right now I think either way, no matter who wins, it'll be very, very, very narrow. So right now I'm keeping it in Democrats' column. Up in the Midwest, we're not going to see too many competitive seats outside of Michigan. You're going to see with Michigan's 9th be competitive, Michigan's 8th will be competitive, and then down here in Michigan's 10th. But this will be my prediction for now, 221 to 214. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll check you guys in the next one.